Good evening, dear students. I am going to do a new lesson, that is 7th unit, Robin Hood. This story is about a young boy who was a strong and brave man who fought for what he thought was right. It is said he liked everyone because he was very friendly and polite. He was a gentleman and knew to respect ladies. You will hear reading first and then I will explain, children. So listen carefully.
Unit 7. Robin Hood. Robin of Locksley was a strong and brave young boy. Everyone liked Robin because he was friendly and polite. Once, he went to meet his uncle and cousins at Nottingham. There he went to a fair with his cousins.
There were tightrope walkers, magicians, men on stilts and food stalls at the fair. Robin and his cousins enjoyed the sights, sounds and smells. Just as they bought some food to eat, they heard some boys shout at them, "Never seen such food, eh? Not eaten at home? Who is this pretty girl?" Robin did not pay any attention to all this till he heard them asking about one of his girl cousins. Robin had been taught to treat ladies with respect. Anybody who did not was punished. Robin and the boys began to argue. The row soon turned into a physical fight. Many stalls were thrown upside down and food was spilled everywhere. Most of Robin's cousins were bleeding because the boys were armed with sticks. Suddenly, everyone began to run away, and Robin was left standing alone, confused. He saw some men on horses arrive. "I'm the sheriff," one of them said. "You're not from Nottingham, are you?"
The fair was exciting in a way, feelings of joy. They were very happy because they had come in a fair. There were tightrope walkers, magicians, men on stilts and food stalls. Robin and his cousin enjoyed the sight and sounds and smell of the food. Just as they brought the food to eat, some boys at the fair shouted. They were from Nottingham and they were not good boys. They behaved badly. They looked down upon Robin Hood and his companions, friends and cousins because they had come there from a village. Robin Hood was a well-mannered and civilized young man. He could not accept or tolerate disrespect towards ladies. This tells us, or this shows that he was a considerate, polite and respectful young man. Robin Hood was always taught to treat ladies with respect, and he respected. Here, soon the boys from the Nottingham turned to fight with Robin Hood, and it becomes so much. They upside everything, the stalls they destroy while fighting. Some boys started bleeding, everyone ran away. Robin Hood did not see why he had to run, as he felt he did not do anything wrong. Therefore, he stood there looking confused, while the sheriff, the officer, and his men arrived on their horses.
"Village folk cannot beat up the innocent townspeople here. Arrest him," he ordered his men. Poor Robin did not have a chance to say anything. He was imprisoned in a dark and dirty room full of rats. He looked around and saw a hole in the ceiling. Ah! It shouldn't be too difficult to climb out, thought Robin. At night, he climbed up onto the roof, jumped down to the ground, and ran to his uncle's house. "I want him dead or alive!" yelled the sheriff when he heard about Robin's escape. He declared Robin to be a criminal.
One of them said that he was an officer. He said that Robin is from countryside and he has come to the town of Nottingham. He told Robin that village folk cannot beat the innocent township people. Innocent here means having not done anything wrong. Innocent. So he ordered Robin Hood to be arrested. Poor Robin Hood did not have any chance to say anything. Robin Hood was imprisoned, but somehow he escaped from the prison and ran to his uncle's house. The angry officer declared him a criminal and he wanted Robin Hood dead or alive because he ran away to escape punishment.
Robin did not want to cause trouble for his uncle. He knew he would have to hide. He left Nottingham and moved quietly and quickly through the countryside. Finally, he decided to stay in Sherwood Forest. "At last, I'm going to live like I've always wanted to, out in the open and under the stars. I'll hunt deer and rabbits. Nobody will be able to find me. Once the sheriff forgets about me, I'll go back home." At first, Robin missed his family and friends. But in a few weeks, he began to enjoy living alone. One day, he was alerted by the sound of somebody running. He saw a young man hiding in the bushes. He crept up behind the man. "Who are you?" Robin asked. "My goodness!" said the young man, whirling around fearfully. "The sheriff arrested me for something I didn't do and imprisoned me. I ran away and want to hide until the soldiers leave," he said. Robin smiled and promised to help him.
Robin Hood ran away from his uncle's house to the forest as he did not wanted his uncle to get into any kind of trouble because of him. Once he escaped from Nottingham, he moved through the countryside and decided to live in Sherwood Forest. At last, he missed his home and his family, but later began to enjoy living alone, hunting deer and rabbits at night, and sleeping under the stars at night. One day, Robin Hood was alerted. Alerted means watchful. He became ready to act quickly on seeing or hearing something. Alerted by the sound of somebody running. Soon he finds a young man hiding in the forest for a crime he did not commit. Robin promised to help him. This shows that he had a fair sense of judging. He cared for the poor people, and he was against injustice of any kind.
The young man joined Robin in the forest. Very soon, other young men came too. All of them were considered outlaws for some petty reason or the other. Some had shot at the king's deer, some had annoyed a rich or powerful landlord over simple matters. All these young men came to Sherwood to escape injustice. They gathered around Robin and chose him as their leader. Robin's men began to call him Robin Hood because he always wore a hood. They promised to return everything that had been wrongfully taken from people. They would help the poor by taking money from the rich. Very soon, tales of their bravery and acts of kindness spread to places far away from Sherwood. Robin Hood and his fearless band of merry men became famous as champions of those in trouble and in need.
One day Robin was alerted. Watchful he became. Alerted means ready to act quickly on seeing or hearing something by the sound of somebody running. Soon he finds a young man hiding in the forest for a crime he had not committed. Robin promised to help him. This showed that he had a fair sense of judging others. He cared for the poor and was against injustice of any kind. The young man joins Robin in the forest. Very soon in the forest, many young men joined Robin, who ran away, some for wrongly being accused. Here, accused means to say someone has done something wrong. So they were accused, and some for a real crime. Crime here, children, an action done against the law and is punished. So they were frightened and they ran away in the forest. But together with Robin, they decided to change their wrong ways. They started calling Robin Hood because he always wore a hood. They promised to return all that was wrongfully taken and help the poor by taking money from the rich. This act of kindness brought them fame, and they were looked upon as champions by all around, with Robin as their leader. This is all about the lesson, children. Hope you have understood. Thank you.